Mhm. Hello. Gallery view. There we go. Hello, friends. Hey. Let's see.
Hi, Vita. Hi, Rabbi Fred.
Hey. Yay. How is your growing immunity feeling, Carol? Yeah. You're back on track with the vaccination, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I got my first one this week, Wednesday.
Yay. Baruch Shehechianu again.
Yes, I am on the road to normalcy.
Baruch Hashem. Yay.
And next week I find out if I reached deep remission.
Yay. Let us know, please.
Of course.
Yay. Excellent.
Fred, do you need a gabbai?
Ooh, thank you. It certainly wouldn't hurt if I make you a co-host. Thank
Sure.
you. Awesome. Much obliged. So tonight I'll explain later to everyone the logic, but I was spending time on Beit Tefillah Yisraeli website for these amazing musical Kabbalat Shabbat pieces. And I'm going to try in 3 different places a video share. So I'm actually going to test right now to make sure that this concept works. Can we do that? All right. So I appreciate, since it's 5:59, not yet 6. Okay, lots of welcomes, and let's test this theory. Admit, great. All right. Right. not that one. Here, gonna test it this way. With optimize for video clip and all right. See if you can learn a little bit of Masechet Shvi'it with Rabbi Yisachar Katz.
Biblical Shemitah consists of two parts. There's Shemitah's Karka and there's Shemitah's Ksafim. Shemitah's
Okay. Did that work?
Yes.
So quick quiz. What two kinds of Shemitah does Masechet Shvi'it open with? He just told you the answer. Come on, people. Let's see
So quickly.
Let's see the chat light up. Come on.
I was hearing, not listening.
Come back on Sunday, March 19th, and again on Sunday, May 1st for our Shemitah series, and you will learn more about Shmitat HaKarka, which is the radical release of the ground, of the earth, agricultural Shemitah, and Shmitat Ksafim, Shemitah of Kesef, the Shemitah of money, which is the radical release of people through the tyranny of an economic system that becomes unjust unless we do that every so often. All right, now you know. Very cool. Delighted to have you all with us. We're going to do an opening nigun and then off to the races. As usual, our Kol Hanshama that most people have a copy of is our page numbers, but any Siddur will do. And we are going to begin with a little Yedid Nefesh on page 7. Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman, Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman, Beshochavtecha El Retzonecha, Beshochavtecha, Yalalai El Retzonecha, Yarutz Avtecha Emo Ayal Ishtachaveh alai, yalalai el mul hadarecha. So two recent conversations inspired the direction of this Kabbalat Shabbat. It's wonderful to welcome some new and new-ish faces. A special shout out to John in Harrisburg, who will soon be John in Cabin John. Oh, and there you are. Hey. And welcome Daniel, Barbara, haven't seen you in a while. This is wonderful, like a beautiful reunion. So we just do a half hour of whatever the online leader feels like during this period of the colder and shorter days, and we're committed to some version of this through March 11th when the time zone shifts and Halavai, Omicron wanes, and we can be back in person on many a Friday night. But hopefully always with a hybrid option. I see Carol Light's question, and that is a good one. Please remind your friends with children that there's nothing inaccessible about any Friday night. Once in a while we might do a 10 p.m. seating that gets a little bit, but no, right now, this is completely accessible. That said, 6 p.m. is maybe not the best hour for families with younger kids who are eating, etc., and that's fine. Once a month, we're going to gear this explicitly to families, and you all count as families, whether you live alone or with one other or with numerous others. We are all families. So that's the plan. Good question, Carol, and welcome. The two conversations that got me thinking about tonight's sort of theme were, number one, with Rosie Epsteiner, our educator, that as long as we're stuck on video, we might as well take advantage of video, right? Sort of use a medium in the ways that work the best. And since we're all already staring at a screen where it might be disruptive to cut to a literal video in services if we were in the sanctuary, it actually makes, hopefully, smooth sense here. So we're going to try that in 3 different places tonight. And our liturgy is going to be from the beach at Tel Aviv. Why from the beach at Tel Aviv? And by the way, show of hands, who has davened at the port, right, with Beit Tfilah Yisraeli? It's an absolutely remarkable thing that's been going strong for 20 years. I see Fran, the big yay. Nancy's done it with us, yay. Right, it is staggering. And some of their melodies have entered our American Jewish playbook. And those images of being able to watch the sun set over the Mediterranean and welcome the Shabbat with amazing music, amazing ruach, and amazing commitment to pluralistic and progressive ideals in Israel. It's sort of what an indigenous reconstructionist equivalent might look like. More on that in a minute. The other reason is next week, Friday night, the 14th, I'm happy to say, and this may come as tentative news even to the board members and leaders who are with us tonight, that since Israel reopened its borders, the plan is that Rabbi Rachel and Jonathan will be going to Israel after all for most of what was supposed to be sabbatical and leaving shortly after next weekend. So next Friday night is going to, if all goes well, be a Kabbalat Shabbat send-off for Rachel. So thinking ahead to that, I was going through videos on the Beit Tfilah Yisraeli YouTube channel. There are hundreds. You should watch them. It is absolutely amazing. And a little taste. That's what we're going to do tonight, because it feels like on this first Shabbat of 2022, first Friday night of 2022, that we're cold, we're snowed, some of us, our backs are still feeling the multiple shovelings that were required. And I know I could use a little Tel Aviv beach right now. I don't know about you, right? And similarly, the open air in the midst of Omicron and all our tsuris, yesterday's anniversary of January 6th, I could use a little Tel Aviv beach right now. I don't know about you, but you're gonna get it. So 3 snippets. The first one is just from a compilation, and it's got 4 songs on it. You will recognize the melody of 2 of them as not indigenous to Jewish civilization, but that's the beauty of Beit Tfilah Yisraeli, that is constantly living in 2 civilizations. And they're going to bring the Beatles to Vishamru and to Ahavat Olam from the Friday night liturgy. You're just going to get snippets. Then Lu Yehi, which Naomi Shemer wrote in Hebrew, inspired by the Beatles' Let It Be, but with an indigenous angle. And finally, a rousing Oseh Shalom, all in 3 minutes, a taste of Tel Aviv. This one's actually indoors with overlooking the sea, but you will get it, you will feel the vibe, and it will be good. This I basically promise.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני. הריני מקבל עליי את מצוות הבורא, ואהבת לרעך כמוך. אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות. ואם פתאום יזרח מאופל על ראשנו אור כוכב, כל שנבקש לו יהי. אז תן שלווה ותן גם כוח לחדש שנורא, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי. כל שנבקש לו יהי. עושה
עושה שלום, עושה שלום, במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. All right, more Beit Tfilah Yisraeli coming up, and you may have noticed that they include the same ending line that Mordechai Kaplan first brought into, or back into, the modern Sidur, Al Kol Yoshvei Tevel. You can't say, God, please make peace for us and for all Israel, and put a period there, and then say Amen, which is, of course, what we all grew up with, until Kaplan realized that there's this Sephardic ancient variant that says that you can actually add that third and greatest circle, and should. And that has been absorbed in pockets of Israeli society that quote Mordechai Kaplan as the source. More on that in a minute. So we're going to let that be our psalm, as it were, a taste of connection with Jewish civilization to bring us toward this holy Shabbat. This Shabbat is Parshat Bo, and it is plagues numbers 8 through 10. And the plagues are interrupted famously in Exodus chapter 12 with instructions for Pesach. So while, yes, even the beach at Tel Aviv is a little bit chilly in early January, and certainly so is the mid-Atlantic, that by Pesach, it will be warm in both places. And that's the nature of these cycles. So an invitation to think ahead, an invitation to hold on to the light, to hold on to the release from these dark and cold and scary days. And that becomes the Bissel of Torah that I'm going to share, which is not connected to the beach in Tel Aviv, but is connected to the Parsha and specifically to Shemitah, of course. This wonderful piece from the weekly Shemitah project, this is Yali Sulansky, a modern Orthodox educator from the Hebrew Institute of Riverdale. And I wonder, yes, that is on the screen share. You can all see it. Is someone willing to unmute and read the first 2 paragraphs and then someone else after that to read 3 and 4 as I just share the screen so it's not all my voice? Anyone? Unmute.
I'm happy to do it.
Thank you.
Okay. This journey is led by a beam of light that bursts forth after generations of darkness. The penultimate plague, where the Israelites enjoy light while the Egyptians suffer thick, stifling darkness, must have left many Israelites grappling with an existential crisis of faith and the future. The plague of darkness evokes imagery of desperation, fear, and of dark times. It is the plague, perhaps, that most echoes the time we live in now. The world currently oscillates between darkness and uncertainty and pockets of light. Yet while some experience this light, others still suffer. When we aren't quite sure about what moves about in the shadows, we fear what is there and what it wants from us. Sometimes, though, the unknown of the darkness can bring about the possibility of hope. That light lies somewhere, even if not with us in this moment.
Thank you so much. Was that Rain?
It's Rain. Hi.
I thought so. I'm trying to match the voice, but when I'm on screen share with full screen, I can't see. So it's, yay, awesome. Thank you. All right. Do we have another hand raiser to pick up with the Shemitah specific angle?
I can do it.
Thank you. Was that Anne or Shelley?
Carol.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Carol, take it.
In a sense, the Israelites and us are given a chance at this renewal every 7 years with Shemitah. We are asked to think about our obligations to the environment that surrounds us, which expands out to the broader Jewish world and to our neighbors in each of our communities. Shemitah exists to evoke togetherness, cooperation, and the lifting up of others. Yet, in times of travail, how does one keep from only focusing on the self, on our own light? We live in a pandemic time, a reality of darkness that still envelops the earth, morphing into deeper, harder to understand iterations. Even as light dawns, we will be left with the deep wounds of the deep disruption of the lives of millions of people, entire communities ravaged by housing insecurity, unemployment, and socioeconomic devastation, and the lingering trauma that we have yet to understand. The echoes of Parashat Bo in this Shemitah year implore us to look out into this uncomfortable darkness and share from our light. It may manifest in nations caring for nations, neighbors for neighbors, or simply in the chesed of sharing light with those that cannot see what is in front of their eyes. We can work towards a world of cooperation, understanding, one where we emerge from darkness to freedom.
Ken Yehi Ratzon. Thank you. Just felt like we can't not name the darkness the day after the January 6th yard site. We can't not name the darkness as we enter a 3rd calendar year with the COVID reality. And we can't not name the darkness on the Torah portion week of Parshat Bo with hail, darkness, and the death of the firstborn. These realities are there in our history, they're there in our current reality. And yet, the possibility of release, and yet the light, Ken Yehi Ratzon. May we be bringers of that light. Every Shabbos is a little foretaste of that, right? A mini release to go with the meta release of the 7th year. And so on page 41, Lecha Dodi, we're going to, it's going to be a little bit of an awkward because the piece from Beit Tfilah Yisraeli, the second clip, is going to take us through the first 4 stanzas of Lecha Dodi, and then we are going to sort of end it midstream because this one ends at a uncomfortable place. We're going to sing the refrain and then rise together and face whatever door or window is nearby and welcome the Sabbath presence ourselves with the final stanza, which is on page 47. So you can follow along from 41 through 45, and then we're going to skip to 47 at the end in our own voice, without the great visuals and without the great vocalizations and instruments of Beit Tfilah Yisraeli, but with a little bit of that Tel Aviv beach with us. I just want to point out 2 things from the photo montage that goes with this particular Lecha Dodi. One of the people, that they have photos of attendees, one holding a mic, and if he looks familiar at about the 1-minute mark, it is because it is Mel Skult, who is Mordechai Kaplan's leading biographer and storyteller, a co-author of books with our own Rabbi Manny, and one of the great academic lights of Reconstructionist Judaism. And this is Mel holding a microphone at Beit Tfilah Yisraeli to again remind us of the many, many connections and how this is in some ways an indigenous Israeli equivalent of Reconstructionism. And finally, a little bit after that, you're also going to see a woman with a t-shirt with 3 Hebrew words, and it's really quite something. This isn't, sorry, hold on. I'm trying to get out of this one. No, I'll be back. Hold on, sorry about that. The words that she has on this t-shirt are the traditional Orthodox words, she'asani isha. Baruch she'asani isha, blessed is the Holy One who made me a woman. And that was originally what women say, sorry, not what women say. Men say, blessed are you for not making me a woman. And women say, blessed are you for making me as I am. But it's become a thing in sort of mamish Jewish feminist circles to acknowledge the many ways that that it can be a blessing. So just owning that, Baruch she'asani isha, blessed are you who made me a woman. It's just a quick little thing, but I wanted to highlight it. Lecha Dodi, as we welcome the Sabbath presence, the Sabbath bride, and here, hopefully, we go.
Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lecha Dodi
adults.
שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם משוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה.
There it is. Baruch she'asani isha.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Sing along to your muted screen.
נערים מעפר קומי, לבשי בגדי תפארתך עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלך מקרובה, אל נפשי גאלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
We'll pick up after this one.
התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי, אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה.
Dodi likrat kala, pene shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene shabbat nekabela. Once more, lecha dodi likrat kala. You don't need the ad. Sorry about that. Pene Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala. Pene Shabbat nekabela. Boim v'shalom ateret bala. Gam besimcha uv'tzahala, toch emune am segula, boichala, boichala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Pene Shabbat nekabela. Awesome. Good Shabbos, everyone. May it be a Shabbat of light, a Shabbat of release, a Shabbat of connection. Feel free to tune in tomorrow morning. Rabbi Sid is leading online. And I'll be leading with the kids if you want to join that one instead. And next weekend, again, the farewell, we hope, to Israel-bound Rabbi Rachel on Friday night, and on Saturday morning, amazing bat mitzvah when Miriam Klopper will read the entire Shirat Hayam, absolutely beautifully with some great insight, little pieces of Tu B'Shvat and little pieces of Shabbat Shira the following Shabbat as well. So thrilled to have you all with us, and the chat has been rich. Everyone should take a look there. Thank you, Fran, for the reminder of the time there that we've been able to share with many of you. And if things keep going well, the end of Rabbi Rachel's sabbatical will be an Israel trip that she is leading. And it is not too late to think about spending the first 10 days of April on a dual narrative trip that will be exceptional, led by Mejdi Tours and Rabbi Rachel. So we're going to make a quick kiddush right now. And then as a bonus, anyone who wants to stay on, I'm going to play my absolute favorite two civilization song from Beit Tfilah Yisraeli, which you just have to picture Louis Armstrong singing in Hebrew. That's all I'm going to say. For right now, with a l'chaim. Vayhi erev vayivoker yom hashishi, vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz, v'chol tzevam, vaychal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vaykadesh oto, kivo shavat mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri Chaverai. Why don't we unmute and say L'chaim?
L'chaim.
Chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchi lanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat mitzrayim, ki eleinu karata, ve'otanu kidashta, la'avodatecha, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava u'v'ratzon, Inchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen.
Love it with those amens. Love seeing you all, and again in person soon, to a happy, healthy year of 51 more Friday nights, this being the first one of 2022. So for those who would like, 3 minutes of Eze Achla Olam in the inimitable style of Beit Tfilah Yisraeli, something like this.
כשאני רואה בחלוני את שמוריק לך וגם לי, אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם. השמיים כחולים, ענן ולבן, והבוקר בהיר ובלילה ישן, ואחלום לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם, וכל צבעי הקשת יפים וחדשים פרוסים אחרי הגשם על פני האנשים, והים כה יפה וקל לי כל כך לומר שאני אוהב אותך, והנה תינוקות בוכים במיטה, מה שהם ילמדו לעולם לא אדע, אז אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם, וכל צבעי הקשת יפים וחדשים פרוסים אחרי הגשם על פני האנשים, והים כה יפה וקל לי כל כך לומר שאני אוהב אותך, השמיים כחולים ענן ולבן, והבוקר בהיר ובלילה אשן ואחלום לעצמי איזה אחלה עולם, אני שר לעצמי איזה אחלה
Eze
Shabbat Shalom. That was fabulous.
That's perfect. Perfect for today.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good to have that uplift. This has been a tough week.
Rabba.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh, how good it feels.
here.
Thank
Shabbat
you.
shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi Fred. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Thanks,
shalom.
Fred. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yay. Good
Thanks for
Shabbos.
taking
Oh,
us to the beach.
this keeps happening. The like whatever is next. Sorry about that. Hold on. No, there we go. All right. So hello to all who are still on. Thrilled to have Shabbat with you. And Amy, if you're there, it's wonderful to see your name and to you feel the connection. And Sharon, hopefully you're there as well, and welcome. So
Thank you.
yay, and lots of old friends.
Thank you.
Yay. Amy, hey, great to see you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thanks for the memories, Fred. That was great.
Indeed. Rain and her kids were pillars of the last Israel trip that I
And
went.
parents, we had three
And-
generations.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And that was so wonderful having your mom and Kevin. But a special connection because Adam at the time, like close to bar mitzvah, took my then 3-year-old Gili under wing. And this Gili's Israel trip was Adam. So
Yep, that's a very, very strong memory for me of the two of him, like chasing him. And enjoying every minute of chasing him. So
here. And look what Ariel is now doing with that foundational Israel experience, of advocating for a peaceful and just and coexisting Middle East.
doing her thing.
Yeah, fantastic. Excellent. All right. Blessings to everyone. Not sure where that background noise is. Try that. Okay. Anyway, good to see you all. Good Shabbos. Catch you later.